Gemini Rising! Welcome here to Soul Passages Astrology. My name is Georgia Dempsey and I'm your astrologer. And I am so glad to have you back visiting my site. Thank you so much for forgiving me for not getting the May videos done. I had to make a cross-country move and we were so buried here. I've finally gotten unpacked. I've gotten set up. I'm ready to rock and roll now. I even have my angel room here, which I'm really excited about. And I'm just thrilled to be back with you. So thank you for your patience and understanding. And I really wanted to get in touch with you for June because this is an important month for you, Gemini Rising. It's all about defining who you are. A grand cross is going to be stretching everyone thin as early June hits, and that includes you, Gemini Rising. By June 2nd, you should begin to feel the push-pull of this planetary alignment. Saturn, your taskmaster planet, who is now touring Sagittarius in your 7th house of long-term partnerships, will be opposing a Sun-Venus connection located in your 1st house. Laying crosswise to this axis, thus forming the cross, you also have Jupiter and the north node of the moon in Virgo opposing Neptune, Chiron, and the south node, all swimming through the Piscean waters of your 10th house. So what does this really mean in your life, you ask? Well, your 4th house Jupiter wants to confer blessings on you at home and with family matters. Explore your family roots, traditions, or trace your family tree. Good fortune could happen through buying, selling, or renovating a lucrative piece of property under this configuration as well. Likewise, it's a good time to build your self-confidence so that you have a solid footing to stand upon in your life. You need to nurture this confidence, for it will help you within your career. Lately, Neptune, Chiron, and the south node of the moon have been opposing Jupiter. This could leave you feeling unclear, unfulfilled, or somehow unsatisfied with your working situation. Maybe relationships with superiors are strained, or perhaps you are suffering because you've not set clear goals for yourself. Having Chiron in the 10th can cause you to challenge bosses, especially if you feel they are weak or somehow not up to the task. With Neptune in Pisces in the 10th house, you like to feel an emotional connection with what you're doing. Very possibly, you are quite creative and are thus able to harness that kind of daydreamy energy that Pisces and Neptune exude. The otherworldly energy of Pisces can also lend a strong psychic ability to a person, and with the opposition to Jupiter, you could be striving to have a spiritually oriented career or set up a home business. The veil does indeed get thin wherever Neptune is, and that enables you to tap into emotions or vibes of other people at work. Now, Neptune and Pisces in the 10th would be a great placement for a medium, a psychic, an astrologer, or an intuitive card reader. It might also lend itself well to being a musician, an artist, or someone involved in filmmaking. Sometimes this planet can also make you a mark at work, the black sheep, so to speak, or the one others gang up on. This can naturally lend itself to a feeling of being victimized. Since Chiron, the wounded healer, is in the mix, there is a sense of woundedness that naturally follows in the wake of these scapegoating activities. It can also leave you feeling out of control, as if you're not truly in charge of your own destiny, but kind of at the whim or fate of others. For some, this could indicate a mother figure pulling your strings, trying to direct your worldly activities through guilt, a sense of being owed, or simply because she's trying to live her own unfulfilled dreams through you. Crossing this 4th to 10th house axis is Saturn in Sagittarius in your 7th house, opposing a Sun-Venus conjunction touring through your 1st at the beginning of June. Since this activates the angles of your chart, this is clearly a very important time for you. On the one hand, your Sun and Venus, you're trying to stand up for what you want and you need because that's in your first house. Meanwhile, you're learning lessons regarding the partnerships in your life via Saturn. So how much do you owe yourself versus the significant others in your life? Some of these lessons will deliver hard truths regarding what it means to join forces with another person. On the flip side, if harnessed well, Saturn in the 7th house can help you to solidify long-term relationships that are quite meaningful to you, even falling in love or finding a long-term partner. There is a push-pull happening right now, and it is affecting all of the major parts of your life. On the one hand, you want to define yourself to the world. That's that first house. Who you are, how you express yourself, and what you need is squaring up to your home life so that those at home are tugging on you as well. This could be that parental influence trying to lead your life for you. Naturally, you recognize that there are many blessings to be had by spending time at home, but alas, it's not always so simple, am I right? Your 7th house Saturn also wants a piece of you, and this represents all of your long-term relationships, including business partners, lovers, spouses, and even really dear, dear friends. If you're trying to build solid relationships, this takes time, and the time you spend here feels like it's robbing you at home, hence the Saturn-Jupiter square. Now, this could indicate a push-pull between being a working mom, a single dating mom, or simply the person like all of us who is trying to have it all. It could also indicate that some of your partners are trying to undermine your confidence or faith in yourself. If that is the case, stand firm, Gemini Rising. You know you have what it takes. Now, adding to this complexity is the fact that your 7th house Saturn is also squaring up to Neptune in your career sector. That begs several questions. Are your business partners being upfront with you regarding business negotiations and advancement? Are you being clear with those in charge as well? First house Sun square to Neptune. Are you being true to yourself regarding what you want from your working world? Are you one of those people that can truly juggle things to the point of having it all? Or does one of the legs of this cross need to give in order to enable you to have a break? Are you living your dreams or that of your parents? These are some of the questions that I have for you this month. It's as if the world right now is asking you to define who you are, and so much of that depends upon your outward projection, your confidence, the comfort you derive from your family, and the strength of your partnerships. Get clear on what you want, Gemini Rising, so you can let your true light shine out onto the world. On June 4th, a new moon in Gemini will be gracing your first house, and that does beg the question, who are you? You may feel like there are two sides to your personality, or that you project yourself differently to different people. This might be a good time to really focus on what you need to make you happy in the world. So many people are pulling on you right now, but I get a sense that a new you wants to be birthed from this process and that you would like to feel more appreciated in your career. How can you bring forth your greatest talents to bear onto that world stage? How can you heal that sense of hurt that you feel at work? How can you tap into your sensitive and creative nature to unleash your true talents? Define who you want to be during this new moon phase, and you will survive the cross well, Gemini Rising. If you do try to avoid reviewing your life purpose, the question will get dredged up again around the 13th of the month when Neptune goes retrograde at 12 degrees of Pisces. Tune into your inner compass to find your passion. If things have been rough at work lately, try to heal or patch up old wounds with your boss if possible. Be sure not to use doublespeak with anyone close to you, especially at work. This is a good time to be clear yet kind with the others in your life. If you're prone to gossip, Put a check on it this month, Gemini Rising. There's too much of a chance for lies and deception to happen, and it could strongly impact your partnership and work life. On the 17th, there will be a square between Saturn and Neptune, and this could bring in some uncertainties into your world. Are you being promised the moon by partners who never seem to deliver? Are you feeling undermined at work? Are your parents somehow making you feel like you are worth less than what you know you can deliver? This could be a call to examine your partnerships to determine which ones are worth courting further and which ones are better dumped. By the 20th of the month, you should have a better answer to these questions, for a full moon in Sagittarius will be lighting up that 7th house, and it will be sitting right next to your truth-telling Saturn. Though emotions may run high at this time, you will have a more full picture of who you can trust than you had in the past. People will be showing their true colors at this time, so pay attention to what you learn. Not all of it may be pleasant, but at least you understand where you sit with the partners in your life. The truths that are revealed could help you to make life-empowering decisions that will positively affect your self-confidence as well as your career. At the same time, your Sun and Venus will move into Cancer in your 2nd house. So you have the power to draw in that which you truly desire. And for many of you, safety, security, and a happy home life hit high on the list of desirable items. And in some, good home-cooked food, a movie night in, and time to look over family albums could actually make you one happy person indeed. Just saying. Now, Mercury will join this 2nd house party on the 29th of the month. So if you didn't get what you desired mid-month, you now have a second opportunity to plan things out so you can get where you want to be. On the 26th, lucky Jupiter, who went direct on May 9th, will be sending a lovely beam of light called a trine to Pluto in your 8th house. You do have the power to transform your world, Gemini Rising. This could be through financial gifts from others, through transformative breakthroughs you have in redefining yourself, or from supportive family members who wish the best for you. This is a powerful combination, and things that you have hidden deep inside of yourself could come to light, giving you that boost of self-confidence that you need. This could be Herculean willpower, delving into unearthed talents, or simply breaking free from self-imposed psychological boundaries. Follow up on that energy with Mars and Scorpio, who will be moving direct in your 6th house on the 29th. If you've been putting off health-related goals, Mars could give you the drive and motivation to change your health for the better. Since Chiron started going retrograde on the 27th, this is important, for the wounded healer could be dredging up old issues that need attending to. This sort of healing could have something to do with your physical health or even how you arrange your daily schedule. If you've had a falling out with a superior rather than getting, miffed at work, harness the energy of Mars to strive for better working relationships. Blowing off steam at the gym is far more productive than knocking heads with the boss. So is just simply getting the work done. Now for you, Gemini Rising, June is all about defining who you want to be in the world. There is a new you that wants to come busting out. Be true to yourself and your inner calling, and you will have mastered the cross that confronts you in June. All right, I wish you well. I hope you guys have a great June. I'm still running my special till June 1st. So feel free to give a call. And thank you for all of your likes and shares and Google Pluses. I feel so lucky and blessed by all of your support. Peace, blessings, and namaste.